Hi everybody, I'm Coach Venus from iSun Education and I am the P3 and P4 Mathematics and Science Coach here in iSun Education. Today I'm going to share with you the 5 common misconceptions on the human systems for Primary 3 and Primary 4. While Coach Lee Su will be sharing with you the common misconceptions on the human system for Primary 5 and Primary 6. So stay tuned to that. Okay, without further ado, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so before I start, I'm gonna share with you the breakdown of the human system syllabus for the primary school. In P3 and P4, you're gonna be learning about the digestive system and the 4 human systems, the basics for the 4 human systems and in-depth for digestive system. Okay, for P5, we are gonna learn about the circulatory system and the respiratory system, both of which you're gonna learn in depth. In P5, you're also going to learn about the linking of the plant system and the human system, how they are similar and how they are different. Okay, so let's move on. Today we have 5 contestants with us and we are going to bust their misconception. Okay, let's go. Contestant number 1. Contestant number 1's name is Jamie. Okay, so Jamie says, when we breathe, we only breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. So how are we going to bust her misconception? Is it true our body only needs oxygen, but do we only take in oxygen? Answer is no. In fact, we take in all the air in the surrounding. Okay, we take in oxygen, carbon dioxide. We also take in nitrogen and other gases. However, what is the difference? The air that we breathe in has more oxygen than the air we breathe out. Okay, so in more oxygen. Okay, the air that we breathe out has more carbon dioxide. This is because our body uses the oxygen that we breathe in and produce carbon dioxide. What about the nitrogen and other gases that we breathe in? It will remain the same. Okay, so this is the first misconception. Second misconception, contestant number 2, Mr. Akong. Mr. Akong is Jamie's grandfather. So Mr. Akong said that Jamie was swallowing some rice while talking. She then choked and started to cough. Mr. Akong stated that Jamie choked because the food and the air tubes are the same. They are the same tube and it's blocked. Then the food blocked the tubes opening, preventing air from entering the rest of the body. Okay, so is he right? Answer is no, he's not right. The gullet, which is the food tube, and the windpipe, which is the air tube, are 2 different tubes. So how do you differentiate these two? Wind is linked to air because when you're blowing the wind, you can feel the air. Okay, so there are 2 different tubes. The gullet connects the mouth to the stomach, and the windpipe leads to the lungs. Okay, windpipe is from the respiratory system, while the gullet is from the digestive system. A flap closes the windpipe when the food is being swallowed into our gullet. So when the food enters to the windpipe, right, you actually start to choke and then you will start to cough and push the food out of the windpipe and back into the gullet. So when someone is choking, right, you see before some drama, some shows, right, people will start pushing the stomach. This is to push the food out of the windpipe, okay, back to gullet so that he will stop choking. Okay, let's go. Next one. Contestant number 3, Miss Alia. Miss Alia said that she was cooking dinner and overheard her neighbor mentioning that digestion starts in the stomach and ends at the large intestine. Is that true? Answer is no, because it's a misconception, right? So it's wrong. Digestion actually starts at the mouth, where saliva starts breaking down food. Okay, something to note is that digestion takes place when there are saliva and when there are digestive juices. Okay, so if the organ has digestive juices, it means that digestion is taking place. Okay, so digestion starts at the mouth and ends in the small intestine. All the digested food is absorbed into the bloodstream through the intestinal wall in the small intestine. Now, what about the large intestine? The undigested food will be going to the large intestine to be passed out, and the water and minerals will be absorbed into the bloodstreams in the large intestine. So there are no digested food in the large intestine. Okay? Because this and there, then and okay. Okay, let's move on. Next one, contestant number 4. Contestant number 4 is the twins, the 2 twins here. The twins said that our mommy's stomach is huge before we were born because we were developing in her stomach. That's why mommy's stomach is very huge. Is that correct? Answer is No. Oh no. If the twins are developing in in their mommy's stomach, right, they will get digested because there are a lot of digestive juices in the stomach. And you don't want that to happen, right? So actually babies develop in the womb and not the stomach. If the babies are developed in the stomach, the babies will get digested. Do you want your babies to get digested? No, that cannot happen. Okay, so it develops in the womb and not the stomach. Please take note. Okay, next one, last contestant. Last contestant is Joe. Joe said that the rib cage is part of our respiratory system as it moves together with our lungs and it protects it. Is that correct or not? Rib cage. What is the rib cage made out of? Answer is wrong. Okay, no, the rib cage is part of our skeletal system because the rib cage is made out of bones. Bones is linked to skeleton, so it is part of our skeletal system. Okay, the function of our skeletal system is to protect our vital organs, one of them being our lungs. Hence, the rib cage is part of our skeletal system. Okay, so what is rib cage? Rib cage is the bone surrounding your lungs. Okay, so because it's bones, it's linked to skeletal. Okay, so it's not part of the respiratory system. Okay, let's move on. That's the last contestant. So now we're going to have a bonus question. Okay, so I'll give you 3 seconds to pause this video. You can pause the video right now and solve it, and I'll give you the answer in 3 seconds. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Pause the video now. Okay, bonus question. So when we are sleeping, which part of our body systems are functioning? Actually, all of our body systems are functioning when you're sleeping. Why? Respiratory system, first one, is linked to breathing, right? Breathing. When you're sleeping, are you breathing? Yes, you're breathing. So this is working. Second one, circulatory system is linked to heart. Your heart is pumping. Is your heart pumping when you're sleeping? Obviously, it's pumping. If not, you'll be dead. Okay, so yes, so I put a tick. Skeletal and muscular system, are they working? Yes, when you're sleeping, right, you will move a little around, right? So your skeletal and muscular system are also working when you're sleeping. When you're rolling on your bed and you're kicking your blanket, okay? These are all working when you're sleeping. What about digestive system? Digestive system works when you're sleeping as well. They will digest the food that you have eaten for dinner when you're sleeping. So it is also working. Okay, so the answer is 4. Okay, did you get it correct? This is a question that a lot of examiners likes to test. Okay, let's move on. What do you need to secure your 100%? Okay, so let's move on. What do you need to secure your 100%? Okay, these are the checklist that you need. Okay, the first one being the spelling of different system. You need to know how to spell digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, muscular system, and skeletal system. These 5 spelling, you need to know how to spell it. Second one, you need to know the function of each system. What is the digestive system for? What is the respiratory system for? You need to know exactly what the system do. Okay? The third one, able to identify the system and part from the diagram. So the question will be, they will give you a picture and they tell you what part. Ask you to label the parts. They give you a picture of a lungs and a windpipe and a diaphragm. They ask you, what system is this? Okay, so they'll give you pictures and ask you to label the parts and they'll ask you to identify the system. The last one, you need to know what parts are consisted in each system. Okay, for example, they tell you, circulatory system, what is inside circulatory system? You need to know heart, you need to know blood vessels. Okay, so you need to name the parts in each system and you need to know the function of the parts for digestive system. Okay, this is very important. This is very important. Okay, you need to know exactly what part does what. Where does digestion start? When does digestion end? What is the use of the mouth? What is the use of the gullet? You need to know exactly the function of the parts. Okay, so after you know all of this will be your checklist for 100% and you will get full marks with more practice. Okay, please practice as well. Okay, so with that, I will end the video right now and I hope to see you next week. Goodbye.